guys, this is Michi. Keep watching Pinax.
Ebusia Headucator and a trendy on social media and so it's an podcast be a copy so rants and bants if you're door any gazella and a princess one podcast I go on social media it's when and some be a headucator so I'm person or the two job be no I come here say I answer more pa into yanka say national asset mechanism other person me so you're gonna why transgender not to say we feel remember him about my LGBTQ plus and name so was my own but enu na some more kan ya che say e dey ehu ne nsensem you know abeto social media na so bie e na che say yeba abesan so abebo honkomo na nim ensem no dey e den a minim say e den me update too but the thing is that what gentle ha with social media is some asem poti bi o kan ye there be no gentle ha but because of asem poti bi o kan ye ntino as I say no yehu ni so educator but e come here so you know educator so that word so that we have to a little bit
yeah so
media is the accent for me. I think my mother I say I attended St. Augustine's but Ghana for kind of St. Augustine
and in there he said that he sleeps with some men of God.
Yeah.
And he said he actually went far ahead. I've been more started but then the question here is we as a country now the majority post and I say research actually the majority of the country opposes LGBT in Ghana. That is we are not homophobic. We are not homophobic. We just oppose LGBT in Ghana.
Okay, well, but we appear homophobic.
No, we don't appear so. Oko Dubai recently Madame Fobi ko Dubai or say bedroom crap untimi enye inkisi and what she told me was that as a lady you are supposed to wear scarf. You could Dubai they will respect their laws and Dubai almost say you can't kiss in public. That doesn't mean say Dubai almost anti-kisses they be. So in the country right now the country majority of the people say they be we don't like this now. Maybe 100 years it will come our generations will want it. Maybe I'm aware ni bear back bar so na first to shall push kilika oh yes be and then normal. So majority of the people say they are against it and this person waba out or say on the say be on name bear mother or name bar soda and or sound so any asofo bi mo edituma you could see how he said this thing a very something else.
Please you can say he
for now you do a he whether or a he my friend is she come back channel yes so you could see somebody to but we will continue this convo.
I've dated a few pastors. Their relationship in some way. There was only one that made it feel weird because after sex you'll be praying at dawn. And I'm like, I'm the witch you are praying against. Please let me go home.
After sex with you, they'll be praying with
he'll be praying like I'm asleep, but I can hear him praying. Rabatoshi, I'm like, oh my god. Are you trying to take the trance out of me? Don't do that.
But he's enjoying the trance. How can you take it out of you?
I just finished swallowing your babies and you're doing this. Jesus, let me go home. Don't beg me.
These pastors, they approach you through like what social media?
Social media.
What is the conversation like? What is the conversation?
Popular people always reach out with ghost accounts.
What is the conversation like with these pastors?
Hey, I want to get down with you. How does it go?
They're direct.
So I like direct people. How are you? You know they buy pepper soup.
Okay.
I want direct, like, don't come and say how are you doing. Some people will come be doing Shakespeare things. Your beauty is like, I beg.
Headucator ni or say Shakespeare things. I think that to me I took the trauma out of the whole conversation. I don't know how you felt about it, but also Ghana for we were concentrated on the fact that or say pastors beat me fano. And I'm sure say pastor e be fair obi or transgender no edi nkomo na sebi otimi follow no e wom say ti omo religion but does it a news now because pastors so you nipa na.
So majority of the people we have three religions in Ghana: Muslims, Christians, and also traditionalists. Now Muslims almost say they are against this haram say bema ni bema ebeda, and even the Christians we also oppose it. And the traditionalists, traditionalists put the oil back ubun sakra. You can't even visit the shrine. So majority of the people now say they oppose it, but now Asofo Binom are engaging in this kind of acts, according to what this man is saying, then it means idea was here. Now, because why are we saying this? Now, there are a whole lot of questions why this particular person is some more kind of cool. We need to believe it because number one, Asofo Bimono, Sebi Omunam Sumase. And actually be the more for them to gain powers, for them to do certain things in or at their church is to sleep with men. Into pastors be no more or money asofo be no eda. Almost so money mbema eda. What you say? And obekai it has gone on and yeah nekra na eba. I remember some years ago. I know Sir Jesus One Touch. I've crossed with him couple of times, was 70 jail sentence, and he still maintains innocent. There were a couple of years ago, Jesus One Touch, and also he was arrested and sent to prison because information about on the bad and the bano on any die and the banner parts. The child was young, was that 6 years or so. Also on the day we are not papa at the court night the afanasi. And obia when you do asofo echini realize at the end times, Pastor Love, Jesus Ahon Fair, Jesus One Touch. Those people were on top of their game, and some of them have been doing schedules. Bakuyikra, nano bakuyikra wu ewo. A friend is saying, "Kaswaho baby, a so boy, okay." Them. So I'm not saying these pastors are fake, but many people do a whole lot of things just to get to where they are, and apparently it comes at a cost. So we don't know. This lady might feel say, and this guy might feel say, the pastors are patronizing her services, but then the pastors are doing so because genuinely, they want to enhance their powers that they used to, or maybe be deceptive at the church. Now, one of the things you also have to note in this kind of issue is the fact that these so-called men of God, some too they sleep with men, or more gays, but or more kata there. So now I know say ladies who say at the end of even ladies have it more. This whole of a gayism, Truumu Truumu, to me, to some, and yet just physical, it goes to sunsumasem.
No.
What I say, yes, because
this guy talks so much with
and you're on the side. What I'm trying to say is that the people
generally
are money and bema than because most people money and bema that crown and I say now if you want to person offer sebi Truumu and person odo bema say Truumu sebi o de wo na ne ka obetimati ase because sebi nyina university abevu to fidie so money mba de ko hwebi menye see but sometimes so kona kwhwe de opese o hwa you see say mbema ne mbema eda na se mbema po ene de ye friend saying omo mbema ehye oba se bibia okwaja na efa broni friend ANAL what you say it me he don't set his cry now recommendation it me throw it in your face. So if that is exactly what you want now I didn't now no we can now change say we na me pe obe is okay me normal say me nyana mi kunu me nyana mi kunu enye normal but oba no be ka say okay me nyana mi kunu enkuchiti wa me so de ma menye what you say but we have this case sebe they don't like the female reproductive part bema enope and it goes a long way to expose the rot in our society say sa sebe anti-LGBT stance ye came no woman mukta placards do na so no in mreno ye form to anaso mo fa etro which is a day dangerous. Yeah.
Now but we talking no say our phobia on which my concern or you to take that. Don't you think say a little bit shameful so with me at say doing okay me come here to 1 year my patch with them say wa mam for china me no anyway or like don't you think it's shameful
no.
And you don't reach out to these people to get that?
I don't think so. People do worse. I mean Oshantina they be anko for ebetina of fameton or the shame a no pay. And one thing about I don't know if you've tried this before. I've not tried this, but from videos, any interviews I share no. And by HS say mbema F4 to 1 2 a whole cry omude.
Hey,
Omunya more sensation than sebi e ho nankasa. And that is because o share oba reproductive system na baby okweja na no any baby a na se wo no it's just a little emuwa. It's just a dot inches. Sebi uma o boy doggy I don't know if you guys see it, but Yankupon a yifim by a dream, but literally your whole bat is facing the guy.
Yeah.
Ohun sebe baby a uko ija naifa, ohun tokro no, ohun baby a uja ojun sofa. Everything is just in the guy's face. Mimi. That's but God in a way has mapped that out. So the whole question or the whole thing has to do with say it goes on, okay? A coso and you be doing pempe so we as I said we are kind of embracing these kind of things. Ukwa brucha now obane be mama wari omutimi ka say okay we want to do sebe threesome into omutimi high services of an outside person. If you are about be STD results a particular hospital now or the aba or the bar be intact almost couple also present to the amount then one agreement this day and this day we want to have a threesome what yes and even in that particular time the crown more year crown some people can even stay over 2 days to the whole thing just to appetize the mood. Of course, so recently T.I. and Onenere American rapper T on they've been sued. What is they've been sued by a third party or say omone T.I. Nene no more yes I did bina T.I. Nene no omen to an kind full. Of course, so more people do it. So of course, so people what people do them the baby. What I said we are not there to know or tell them to stop. But the issue is Ekoso, and I think it's appalling. Say many of these things Ekoso are some of your men of God that who supposedly almost say they are against this particular kind of actions. In reality, they are for it. Now, it also goes a long way to tell us say we say pebe. I remember in 2012. 31st December 2012, me call all night sorry a year. Sorry, I think it's a Presbyterian church or Methodist church. It's just before a city lights. Now, a point around 12:31 a.m. because it was the next day was 31st night, the next day 1st January. Across the street on La Paz, were about 12 or 15 men, no boys, young boys, and almost skinny. Yeah, I just across the streets South Form Bano in Bema
really
and, La Paz and then there were cars coming to pick them up, BMW Abrofonia there. So some of us we've seen and even way back in a senior secondary school crano now you mean be more moto agro that is what kubutu a year other guy be so a bed no so don't bed no so I say na obunet. We've seen a lot of things.
Headucator ne interview ni more kind say someone is into get science no or no crab only a couple of people on your years are the rich people.
It goes a lot. I've seen some before.
Really?
Yes, secondary school I'm a and the guy now is a popular coach.
Wow.
Yeah, popular coach. Me boni din. Me so I mean bo a team or a popular coach.
Gosh.
That's so it was appalling, I think, and I'm more drum one me shot and or Bennett down there so and people were like this is normal. So a course ama they finish, they come out, they go to university, they marry, they graduate, they marry, they get a job, but still
no, it's under the
Truumu no or the original taste Headucator Becca says it's giving creamy vibes.
It's giving creamy vibes.
So honestly, we need stringent laws to tackle this issue. If majority of the people in Ghana almost say they are for this kind of thing, fine. A yes census and a referendum, then for say legalize it, fine. But if the people say you empower, you need to respect it. And a brand echo on rants and bans to say these things, and I think say are very bad because
voice it out.
Of course, yes.
Safe.
Yeah, podcast to Ch0pped people are talking about women's health, people are talking about technology, people are talking about science, people are talking about UFOs, unidentified flying objects, people are talking about diplomacy, people are talking about naturalism, people are talking about space exploration. I mean, US now, YouTube, you see them, Spotify, you see them. Even if you use VPN, you see them. But Chroma say we are talking about something else. So I can for TV now the yes which is honestly one of the things that
let's come to Headucator.
Yeah.
Is he safe? Do you think he's going to be okay from now as our video where it is going all over?
So for the people who are engaged in this if any say Truumu Truumu let me state emphatically clear. So being to me, Obibia Ghana.
Really?
Have you been to Choco? Have you been to James? Have you been to Teshi? Every Friday they organize jams.
Don't you think something a feminine keke?
No, they do it. They do it.
Wow.
Yes. It's not Friday. Go there in the evening. Or boss, they come together. They come together, dancing. Normal. Just that we are not shoveling it up in the face of people. That's why Akufo-Addo said that. Yes, I ain't legalizing, but
Okay. Right.
Exactly, because Ghana we stand to lose a lot if we say we abandon this. The reason is because as a country you see a third quarter of our income comes from these kind of grants and aids abroad from the money, and the conditions on these grants and aids is you legalize these kind of things. If you don't legalize it, you need to create a safe haven. Brunica's a safe haven, an environment that is safe to cater
for these people,
or to harmonize, or to make these people feel free and live. I mean, the likely next president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, when she was in Ghana just some few years ago, she made it emphatically clear, say, Truumu Truumu ya de one agenda so far. It is kind of the Maya and Ghana was say EBB efahu. And we took $100 million, and during that time, no, as I'm judge, I say wako parliament and ni continue bebrebe. Yen signing bill no, yen sign it because Ghana $100 million. We are poor. As in TNSA esho bonsu so oye den ko pa na pempem the conditions Truumu Truumu. But Dubai as a country, no,
yeah,
they don't need any manual assistance from somebody. You know, ubo mukuro musime nkisia. US for to me sashomo. I mean, US for kwa ne pa Dubai Chelsea. Munto ye fighter jet CB. Ko fighter jets ba could be $10 million. O top 10 na yenya $100 million. Into US for kra no omo pese Dubai for kra nto omo niema. So they will not go and say when we say Kamala Harris could do catch on some sign through Debbie because a ban economic stand in GDP. Dubai and Qatar and Saudi countries no masa omo ska into any America now be true based on say issue no we still crave down the truth of our colonial master. So yeah there koso Headucator need to be intimi nya no hwe. There are more people. Me primary me starting kindergarten. Near one Bemoma December primary the same thing. GHS the same thing. SHS SSS the same thing. University the same thing. If you are say be a juma cry, you cry around else cry. You could be cry give you feminine vibes.
Yeah, you know.
What you say? You know, say be a man light off.
Give you a little vibe.
If you are a juma nam our office, maybe a man light out. Then Bemaka say, damn. But oh my God, if giving light out. What you say? Opinion we are. Oh my God, the sun is too hot. I'm bad. Utianya you can now ban so I pick his vibes you know. Daddy. So honestly, we can't because we should start from Bobrisky. What you say? So that is
Bobrisky I
serve but declare say on him ba
yeah. Lastly, yemba trauma. So, do you think that or say before I think around 6 years and I need related, you know, cousin I cannot one as or father to because of a tool sebi or shesa bon some cartoons yibi internet also demonstrating man on here there 6 years no and a brand here I was 7 years and for 6 years ni to if it is that time no even though say no or feel some of us enjoy pain it's if you're a type of a person I didn't hear ya pa or till the womb okay that's how come like what he was branded to be like that and he also went as far as saying that he has gotten suicidal thoughts near the other in the money maybe but what him coming over it internet why and what's I said all the suicidal thoughts and everything no will leave him trauma I didn't even know the best series. Don't you think sir, it is not just because he wants to do it but it's because of the trauma he got from childhood and then maybe finger points and near the baby and I'm gonna establish in the
So let me not sit here and be a damn person. Mental health issues is true. I remember when we were talking about this issue before this particular update here, you were telling me that mental health. And I'll not sit here and be damn. It is true. In fact, there are times I've had my lowest points in life. I ask, like, you feel like you are useless. You feel like,
It is
why
the
am
end of
I
the road.
here? You feel like, nothing is working for
Anymore.
me. Can I just leave?
Yeah.
You're in the kitchen, now we're sick. Why don't I finish everything off?
Yeah.
So mental health issue is idea very serious, part. And if you don't take time, if you think about this so much, you might end up doing drugs, or perhaps it can destroy you. Okay,
Yeah.
because the brain is a CPU of a human being. So I understand and appreciate the facts that mental health comes into play here. Now, let me state this emphatically clear. Madam Fu, yeah, or very, you know him. We were speaking about him recently. He was telling me, saying, Nana, outside the country, me bra penny be, or I will never leave my baby or my daughter for her. Now, I was asking why, and I say, Papa they have a history of fidgeting with young girls. Or say there was a particular time where we could ja ne baba 6 or 4 years, and papa then sa the abofra nase. Now abofra ni so that time onim de ekoso, but ebe when ni saa joni ya no say, okay, this is what this man did to me. But at that time so papa no a trim is long overdue eko. So one of the things I was here acknowledging is, and even research shows that most of this so far, and if anything, abuse, and I say in Bema or more abusing bofra, vice versa, no, close family members no more start.
Yes, yeah.
To be sure, oba kasa wa kuchu sa chomo se me uncle ko hwe TV won ho, papa ko jam e wo me niece ho, papa ko jam wo me cousin ho. So they go, they are there before you realize now. We otine so na wa shift to draws not in say fa say, oh yeah, young girl, you don't know what is really go usa e koso sa. And so the advice is of late, you don't leave, and even cry, we are not safe even leaving our daughters for the female instead, because obebas no faith in ase and not tafre na se. And also your ban oni bibi obetafre be ya abofra ne de. To us abofra no nyi nyina no. And this whole act of intimacy, research shows that what you start with you end. So if oba na one be mada na beginning be man you swan, anything below that belt and at that size, you don't feel it. Only be madana oba na only be madana ebia in the first attempt no be man no sebi ordinary no ekowase etafre wase a. Afterwards all your other relationship be man tafre wase a on fail. I've had ladies come to me and tell me, Nana, maybe only me dana want tafre masia, I wouldn't be okay. Even for play crowd, there was ultimate tafre masina me hoba. What I say? So what you start with is what you, and I usually as the ladies one or so, my first boy no a francophone. Before name me bad tafre masisa. So any person who comes after Wintiman tafre was, it brings issue. And there's one issue I'm under on my desk currently. One particular close ally or name make Nana. Since I'm name me mikro no ye shy na ye worry no. Adia me person ye no nye ono so adia o person me ye me because on person be ye, and I know say ye tafre boomski be man feel say oya the niema be say it goes against his religion ya no ban feel say ye sensual because I don't na turning it on. So what I'm trying here to say is we need to be very careful about some of these things. And then they care about the obeja oba ewo obi ncha obetima afegete no obetima na ko playground obetima na ko daycare. And also as parents we need to embrace the CCTV lifestyle. What yes fie cousin be obi babysitter oba, put cameras there, you see everything that is going on live and colored. What yes before baby be cry no now obi say and now consent we say okay obi babysitter oba na. Okay, you've locked all the closed circuits. Say there are cameras all over the places. Some are hidden, some are everywhere, some are visible. And you're giving the person a strict timeline, so you can't take the child out. So if you keep this kind of eagle eye on our children, they will be safe. And we know that children, especially the young girls, from that age up until 9, they can verbally speak, because now they are teaching them sexual education to speak out or talk against these things, which is something. So we need a real consensus about all of this.
Unya say rehab betimi aboano. She needs to maybe see, consultation whatever is needed. No, betimi aboano. Say be work with doctor.
Rehab is possible. Maybe a branch in India, rehab is not possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah, it's not possible. I try to. And imagine say a psychologist. Now the psychologists who are coming up, they are teaching them to embrace sexual preferences. If you catch psychiatry and a therapist say me or catch say you are not deformed. Embrace it. What yes, so honestly, Ajigon.
Ajigon vibes for me.
Yeah.
Oh. But anyways, we love you so much. Yeah, we are your brother, you are sister, we are shim, we are everything. I give you the vibe, but God loves you more. Or no answer no kind. Or see, nobody can be God because, as I said, a word drink, and a mere drink, I had to say a strong assassin, worry. So you cannot judge anybody. But in as much as we are here supporting anything that has to do with human being, we say there are lots of love out there, and then chastise chastise na any much to me. You ready any update too?